Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry for the slight delay. I was having some issues with connecting to YouTube as usual. So I am going to be doing the weekend energy reading for you guys. Okay. This is going to be focused on relationships, regardless of what those relationships may be. Hi, Priscilla. Again, I tell more of a story than anything because I read cartomancy. Okay, so it tells a story. And I will, always state what signs come out, if any do, in the reading. If the storyline is making sense to you, then the story is for you. Okay, then the reading's for you. If in fact the signs are also making sense to you, then, take it as a whole. Sometimes people can be acting under, certain energies depending on where your placements are. My readings are, in fact, vice versa. So if you're dealing with a person opposite of you, the storyline could be making sense, to what they're going through or their end of it. And it's relevant to you because you know the person or you're dealing with the person, and or it could be affecting you, directly. If there is anything in relation to, what could be affecting the relationship, whether it's career, money, if there's anything that comes out, in regards to that, I will, in fact, also state that. So I am going to start this reading. I am doing Q&A after this. I do have to get off of here. I got till about 4 o'clock. Okay, so if there are any questions that are submitted during the time that I'm doing this, I will, in fact, go back through, find them, and respond. Okay, so let's get into this. Hi, everybody. Okay, 2 cards flew out, so I have to show you what they are. Okay, we have the 5 of spades and we have the 9 of clubs. Okay, there could be a separation in regards to a relationship. Somebody could be at a distance. This indicates that that person could have cut you out of their life, could be causing you a lot of pain, loneliness, depression, or you're dealing with somebody at a distance that, you could have cut out of your life, but there's something indicating here in regards to distance and feeling some sort of separation. Okay, so let's see what comes out here. This is for the weekend. Okay, so this is for today, which is September 28th, 29th, and 30th. I will also, close out the reading with some message cards also. So let's see what is going on here in regards to the energies for this weekend and relationships, regardless of what that relationship may be. Again, it could be family, it can be people you're dealing with, coworkers, and or a specific relationship. Whatever your energy is focused on is, normally what is going to be relevant to you in regards to what the reading is, because everybody's story is different. So let's see what is going on here. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Okay, so let's see. And that flew right up onto my laptop. Okay, so the 8 of hearts here is indicating some sort of mutual feelings and or needing to follow your heart when it comes to something. Okay, this is no signs on the grid. Okay, so I'm seeing there's a lot of diamond energy here. Okay, a lot. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 diamond cards. Okay, I have cards in relation to a circumstance or a situation where it's like somebody's feeling fenced in and sick and tired of an unhealthy situation. There's definitely a need for verbal communication. I'm also seeing distance. You could be dealing with somebody at a distance. They could be as, far away from you where they could, be able to commute by car, and or it's somebody who would be, you know, when I say like over water, it's like, they could be in another country, and or they would need to actually fly to be able to see each other. Okay. Um, Somebody could feel restricted at this time based off of the fact that they're desiring some sort of communication. Somebody is definitely, from what I'm seeing, could have other people causing them to feel this sense of being stuck. You could feel like financially restricted, or other people, and or something's causing you to feel this way. It is definitely something that you need to gain ambition. Um, it's like I feel like somebody has an upside down heart about a desire, regardless of what that desire is. It could be within a relationship with this communication. It could be a desire, in order to move to a new home, just a desire for something that you're passionate about. You could just be feeling restricted at this time. It's, just showing me here that whatever it is that this desire is, you need to release some sort of karmic energy, which would be a, you know, past, almost in a sense, like circumstances and situations that caused you to feel lack. Because I feel like what it is that other people are continuously causing you to feel lack, and or there's just this communication that wants to break through, but somebody's losing their faith, so to speak, in regards to this communication. There's also something in regards here to a large sum of money. If somebody's waiting on a large sum of money, and or is needing a large sum of money in order to move, there could in fact be some sort of communication in regards to that. Okay, I do have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here now. Um, you know, there could be some sort of lack of focus here too, like back and forth, um, wanting to end something in your life, wanting something to come to an end. This could be, a relationship, and or just wanting to get out of your home, or worried about moving to a new home. Um, just feeling kind of like all over the place. There could, in fact, be um, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you want to communicate with, and or they want to communicate with you, but something in their life has to end first before this communication can happen. It's almost in a sense like someone needs to gain their independence away from this situation, regardless of what it is. It could be related, to a family situation within the home. It could be a relationship that needs to end. It can also indicate, something within business. But I see it's like something coming to an end, and that end, there's no return to that end. Okay, and this is what this indicates here: the Six of Spades and the Two of Diamonds. It's like an ending to no return. This could be moving to a new home. The Two of Diamonds indicates financial independence. It can also indicate insurance papers. It can indicate, life insurance, home insurance, something that needs um, to be completed before you can move to a new home. Um, you know, it's just showing me here there's a lot of all over the place. Like, it's like I need this to get to this next step, regardless if it's this communication or regardless if it's this money situation. But it's showing me here that there's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that this could be a child situation. I just have to throw this out there. I know not everybody deals with children or has children, but there could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius who's dealing with children. There's a home environment situation. something that needs to come to a complete end in order to kind of move forward. And there could be like a lot of worry and anxiety surrounding this, but this also is indicating that if you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or somebody opposite of you could be that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, it's like something has to end first prior to this communication. And this communication does come in from a good space, but the perception of it right now is that because there's this lack of communication, it's causing someone to lose their faith in the situation. So let's see what else we have going on here. Ooh, okay, we'll start here. Okay, yeah, it's definitely causing some worry and anxiety here. There's a Gemini specifically that this could be causing worry and anxiety too. This could be over third-party interferences. This could be due to somebody being deceptive. This could be a past deceptive energy, and or it's just other people who are causing worry and anxiety. And it's new, the Joker doesn't necessarily have to be the sign of Gemini because it also can indicate a new beginning. But because it's in the upside down, it's, showing me here, especially with the rest of the reading, that it's like I have worry and anxiety over this new beginning that I desire to have in my life. But the perception of it right now is that it's not going into that direction. That's the illusion. It actually is. It's just I'm lacking the trust and the faith of the unfolding of this circumstance and situation because I'm not focusing, period. It's like scattered energies, okay? This could be due to the fact that there is this lack of communication. The Six of Diamonds indicates lack of communication. It's also a jealousy and possessiveness card. Okay, it's also, a card to me that, I just read differently than other cartomancy readers, but, to each their own. But the Six of Diamonds can also be that card of gossip and jealousy. So, where this deception comes in and, just third parties in general, causing someone worry and anxiety, and these other people that I'm seeing that are almost in a sense causing you to feel fenced in and sick and tired of an unhealthy situation. The Six of Diamonds is indicating, don't focus on these other people because there is definitely a jealous, possessive energy, towards you. This also can indicate, just people talking crap, but they don't really even know what they're talking about. It's a deflection from who they are internally. Okay. It's like, I got to talk crap about you so that, you're not really paying attention to what a shitty person I am. But when somebody's doing that, I'm looking at them like, well, why are you so concerned about this other person and talking about them in this manner? That is a reflection to me of the other person, but they don't see it that way. Okay. So put it that way. Seven of Hearts. There's definitely healing that needs to take place here. There's also some happy surprises. This also indicates a second chance to redo something. So if this is dealing with that family situation or relationship situation, there's some healing that needs to take place first, but, happy surprises come. And the next card out here is that we have the Seven of Diamonds, and underneath that was the Three of Clubs. Okay. So we have, going through this process of healing, taking the steps that we need to brings us good luck and growth. This is also the, good luck card. Okay. So needing to focus more on not losing your faith and trust in the unfolding within a situation and taking your focus off of what it is that you feel you need at this time is something that can be beneficial to you, whoever this is connecting with. It's like take the focus off of what it is that you think and feel that you need at this time and start to focus in on what it is that you have to be grateful about right now, because that is also a helpful way to flip your perception and start to take steps into a different direction. If somebody is gossiping, if you're dealing with a group of gossipers, if you're dealing with people who are jealous of you, you're not, I feel like some people aren't seeing it that way. I feel like you're seeing it as like you're being attacked or You have to prove yourself in some way, shape, or form. It's like disconnect yourself from that belief and also disconnect yourself from those people who could be affecting you in any way, shape, or form that you possibly can, and focus on yourself and take those steps forward that you need to take, because that's where your good luck and growth lies. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Seven of Spades, and the Seven of Spades indicates a lack of progression and a setback. And that lack of progression and that setback is in regards to, something that you do have your heart set on here. And this is just indicating to me a relationship. There's definitely a soulmate connection here, okay, that you could in fact be dealing with. Again, there could just feel like there's a lack of progression and a serious setback when it comes to some sort of soulmate connection. And that could be due to the fact that there is in fact a third party, and or, if you are dealing with what it's showing me here, a water sign, and it doesn't necessarily have to be, you could feel a lack of progression and a setback, but you could also feel that you really do in fact have this, soulmate connection with this person. You would in fact be correct in regards to that. The only lack of progression and setback that you're feeling at this time in regards to this is because of this communication that's lacking. But the reason being is because there's something that needs to completely end within someone's life first in order to move forward towards this. And that's where this action and change in the social standing is lacking at this time. But it's showing me that not to lose your faith and trust and hope in the unfolding of the situation, because once there is, conscious effort put into you individually and or this other person individually on the choices they're making, that's when things start to really pick up and unfold when it comes to communication and, just not focusing on other people's perception of anything. Honestly, know what you know, and that's all you need to know. Okay. So let's get into, okay. So I just started shuffling the cards and one just happened to flip over in regards to me just getting started. So I'm going to show it to you. And it is in fact the reconciliation card. Okay. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay. So there is a desire to have some sort of reconciliation with someone, regardless of who that person is. This is indicating that that reconciliation is on the horizon. Okay. So there is reconciliation coming in for those of you who are here with the intention of having that answered. Okay. Because I know that there's people that, are desiring that reconciliation and wanting to ascend, relationships higher here. This is the engagement card. Your love life is ascending to higher levels of commitment. This is something that is desired in order to get to where it is that you desire to be within that relationship. Healing and things of that nature need to take place first. Okay. But this is something that, is what you're desiring, and it's coming towards you, but that healing needs to take place. Okay. There also could be just like, I just feel like there's just like jealous energies around. Okay. I just, whoever's listening that this is, connecting with, you need not put your energy and attention there. Okay. Because it's like, they just do, it's like, I'm not happy, so we don't want you to be happy. You can't have what we don't. It's bizarre, okay? But I mean, it's not really that bizarre. I mean, let's be real. But don't focus your attention there, okay? It's just like it's definitely intentional, okay? It's not like they're doing it and don't know that they're doing it. It's like intentional, okay? Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Again, like I said, you're needing to let go of things that are no longer, relevant to you and serving you, regardless of what that may be, whether it's, tangible or if it's just what you're focused on. Allowing the situation to unfold naturally by not, like I said, it's like focusing on what you think and feel at this time in order to feel better is control. It's a controlling energy. It's learn to be grateful for what you already have had and do have, okay? We lose focus on what it is that we truly should be grateful for when we focus on things that we feel we're lacking, and we're never truly lacking anything, okay? So this is like just indicating further, just like kind of have to let go of what it is that you feel you need, you know, and just focus on what it is that you have and be grateful for it. And let's see. Okay, that confirms it. The reconciliation card came out again. Let go of the control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally so that you can actually get to where it is that you desire to be, which is reconciliation. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. No coincidences. Let go of the control issues. And we have free yourself. Take back control of your life. Okay? Don't allow other people to be controlling your life. Okay? It's your life, correct? Okay. So what shall I do here? So I'm going to do a couple of the messages from your angels here. And then if I do, in fact, have any super chat questions here, which I can't see my chat at this time. There's nothing there. So it'll pop back up then. I will, in fact, look through it. So let's see here. We do have a card out already. You received Oshana. Take action. You are in touch with your truth in the situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. This kind of reminds me of the reading I did yesterday. You know the truth in the situation, so you have to lovingly assert yourself. Don't focus on negativity, focus on positivity for yourself. You already know the truth within your own personal situation, regardless of what it is across the board. Okay? So let's see here if we have anything else. You have Shanti. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. Okay? So desiring to have something in your life come to a complete close so that you can move forward. This is indicating that that is on its way to you. Okay, so don't lose your faith and your trust in the situation, because there is a smoother road ahead coming for you and peace being brought to a situation. And you received Xana. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. Okay? There's a smoother road ahead. Okay? Relax, feel safe, know that the worst is over. Okay? You have peace, and tranquility coming. And take action. You're in touch with your truth in the situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. Meaning, trust yourself, not focus on others, regardless of what the circumstance in the situation is. If you know the truth, live that truth. Okay? And if somebody or people are trying to hold you, regardless of what it is that you want, you need not focus your energy there. Okay? And focus on what it is that you desire to do. And at the bottom of the deck, I'm just going to read this to you. It's Francesca. What do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. Okay? Yes, absolutely. 150% it will. Okay? What you focus on is what you're bringing about, because that's what needs to show itself in your reality, because that's what you're putting your focus into. So again, being grateful for what it is that you already have had and do have, bringing more things to be grateful for into your life, and not focusing on what it is that you think and feel that you're lacking, because it will continuously be that thought of lack, of not having, lack, more lack, right? Okay, So let me see if I can bring my chat up. Okay, here we go. All right, guys. So let's see. I'm going to answer some questions here quickly because I have to get off here for some other things I need to get done. Okay. Taurus and your ex is a Cancer. I feel like the Cancer is not wanting to face their own feelings. I feel like they bury their head in the sand. I feel like there will be some sort of reconnection there, but I don't really feel like they're going to be completely open to expressing themselves. It's going to seem like not I don't want to say not interested. It's like nervous energy. Katrina, thank you. Let's see. Are you any closer to hearing from him? Let's see. There's a lot of thought. There's a lot of thought about it. There's also a lot of hurt feelings. Communication wise, I do see you got reconciliation, just flew out. There's a lot of evaluation before he's taken that action to communicate. There's a lot of thought into it. There's definitely something in regards to home, home environment. I see that he's really money focused. There is communication that comes in, and that communication will be phone call or like email, something. It could be verbal or it could be written. It's like not 100%. And the reason it's not 100% is because the decision, internally speaking about him, hasn't been made. It's back and forth, a lot of thought going into it. Also, him needing to break down his way of thinking, and something about his home environment, and definitely feeling like he needs to be more financially stable, feeling like his ego is not satisfied with his status, so to speak. No, it's not. Communication. I'm getting 7 and 9. So anywhere between, it could be 7 to 9 days, 7 to 9 weeks, something before the end of this year for certain. End of October, early November, some sort of correspondence, some sort of communication. It's definitely a lot of thought in communicating, but just he hasn't made a definitive decision on how or what to say, and or how, or he's going to communicate, because his ego right now, it's like he's really focused on needing to feel like stable, like needing to feel like satisfied with his satisfying his ego. Kelly, yes, agree. It's something that is eventually going to be settled on. I don't see it being like an easy agreement. Him, okay? It will, but just put it this way, it's like I just feel like it's something that is back and forth, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna get that contact, but it's like it's not simple. Um, but it will eventually be something that is finalized. Okay. Yeah. Again, energy wise, that nervous energy is what needs to be released, and that's what's causing lack, okay, of any sort of communication and being able to speak clearly and be felt to be understood. I feel like there's a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to your connection. There's definitely, like with her energy, it's like a lack of self-worth. Kind of like all over the place, to be honest with you. So contact is going to be tough when it comes to you being able to talk things out, because I feel like communication prior, um, both in a way felt misunderstood, but because the communication was so there's just like lack of understanding there. It's almost in a sense like fear of even communicating again. Union energies between you and I feel like you have put in a lot of conscious effort into the process of releasing old energies. I still feel like there's still fear there, blocking um, con- uh, clarity, full clarity and consciousness in regards to the connection. It's definitely something that he's also fearing, like he's fearing the connection also. I feel like he is very focused on self at this time, um, working towards small goals is what I'm getting. Um, there's still just like some internal healing that needs to take place when it comes to um, childhood um, circumstances, situations, and relationships. Especially, I'm picking up with him and his father. Something not right there. There's something that he needs to dig out of, you know, himself, so to speak, emotionally speaking here. It's almost in a sense like he feels like he has to live up to some sort of certain way of being, standard, something like that, that he just is needing to cope and face. And I feel like that's something that's definitely blocking him. I feel like he puts his focus um, elsewhere in order to avoid even um, like coming to terms with his own self about it. I feel like it's something that he harbors. Okay, let's see. Divine love and light warrior tribe. With Aries, love interest. I feel like the Aries is not comfortable with their own feelings. I feel like they're afraid. They also need to make some decisions, and they know they need to make some decisions in regards to things that they need to move on from in their life. And also, like, but it's like, I already know this, but making that decision is what's making them not act on it at this time. I feel like there will be communication, but it's still going to feel confusing. I'm confused. Thank you, Maricela, if I'm saying that correctly, I hope. I feel like has not. I feel like the Capricorn is just stubborn, not open. They come in strong and then they leave quickly. I feel like it's a pattern. Something has been going on for a while. I feel like they're just too fearful of, almost in a sense, like they're being themselves. So it almost, in a sense, when the connection would happen before and it was there, because of the disconnect, it almost felt like fake. It's not. It's their own fear of just accepting themselves for who they are. No, you most certainly should not be a third party. Oh, my chat keeps flying out of here. Okay, hold on. Cheated with your neighbor? Okay, I'm losing. Hold on one second because I'm trying. My chat is like moving here. Hold on. KB, yes. And if you didn't hear my reading in the beginning for the weekend, you should listen to it when I click off here once it reloads, because it will resonate for you. Mona, I would not allow myself to be available when he does try to communicate. I would definitely, he needs to release that relationship. He needs to move forward away from that relationship. So you need to not be there as a outlet, or when he feels like he can communicate and you communicate right back. You know, with these types of situations, communication will fall off. And the reason that communication will fall off, and even if things like this, where you'll try to communicate with him and the call will not go through, or the text won't go through, or they won't get it. And the reason being is because neither one of you can use each other as to the reasons why you're making decisions within your own healing and your own life. Those things need to be done solely alone. So you can't be the reason why he leaves his karmic relationship. He needs to leave that karmic relationship because he knows it no longer serves a purpose in his life. Period. Okay? Maricela, you're welcome. May Reed. Soon. Not as soon as you want, but there's a reason why. And I feel like you don't want to be in communication with him right now, because the communication will not serve a good purpose to you or the connection. High stress levels, not happy, needing to make decisions, not making them, choosing to remain miserable. I feel like, though, around holidays, November, December, there will be communication. The communication will then feels better then. Communication now need not happen, trust me, because it's like you would feel worse than you do now without the communication. So it's literally not necessary right now. So it's like being held apart from you. Angel, didn't see your question. Sorry. You have to understand what I'm seeing on this end is that my chat is going like really fast. So I'm trying to scroll back and see questions because I'm trying to get to as many as I can because I need to get off of here. And this is also my free time. Okay. Like, you have to understand that also. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like, I'm giving out my free energy in order to help. And I get really upset when people are rude about it because I'm not trying to be a jerk and skip over your question. I just didn't see it. Okay. So I'm sorry, but I didn't skip over your question. Stop making assumptions. I cannot see, or am I coming in tomorrow? I do not know if I'm coming in tomorrow. Divine Love and Light. Yeah, Maricela, that is something you have to like back up from. Hi, T. Lee Jones. Maricela, I will speak to you then. Okay, let me see here. Lorenzo, no. There's still something there, egotistically speaking, that is being held onto, and it's a false perception. Mona, needing to, I get like go back in time, needing to go back into your childhood. I definitely feel like when you get that like nasty feeling like in your stomach area, you start to feel upset. That's your inner child. It's like where you feel like your intestines are like turning, over certain things. It's like something's getting triggered in there. So it's like needing to go back in like into your childhood, into your past, and like digging out some things that really, have stuck with you, and this is something that you might not even be consciously aware of. It's something like harbored. You can do meditations on this to try to dig it out, and or just anytime a trigger gets hit, be consciously aware of what set off that trigger, what was said, what just happened, what words, because it's not the person who caused the feeling, it's the feeling and the trigger that got hit that caused that to be dug out. Okay, so whenever that happens, we have to consciously understand, why do I feel like this right now? Why do I believe that this person caused it? They haven't been around long enough in my life in order for me to feel this way. And at the end of the day, other people can't make you feel anything other than what it is that you believe they can, because they're your feelings, and the other person can't feel your feelings, just like you can't feel theirs. You can try to consciously understand their feelings, but to feel their feelings, no. So it's like when you get triggered and it's a negative feeling, ask yourself, what circumstance, situation am I experiencing right now that's triggering these feelings? And then heal them and release them, so that you don't give your power and control away to other people anymore, where you believe that they're causing you to feel that way. It's only the belief that they are causing it. Okay. May read, I feel like there is some sort of other connection there, but not anything that is like the end all be all type thing. Nothing like that. Misguided knowledge. You're welcome. Yes, you will. That's a power move there, Maricela, and that is something that's all ego. That's just a controlling type of energy, and you just need to. I see this as something that you already internally know, so don't deny what it is that you already know about the tactics being used, but you need to approach it. If he just keeps petitioning, you need to, appeal the petition and put in, your statements and any sort of tangible proof that you have that, there's a hidden agenda tactic being used, and you feel like not, you know, they don't really give a shit about your feelings, but, proving that, this is abuse of the system, and, this is unnecessary, and prove why it is. Oh, okay. I can only answer a couple more because I have to get off of here. Let me see quickly. Is your Libra going to call you soon? I feel like there will be some sort of communication, but it's not going to be a phone call. It's going to be more of like a text message. I just see written word. Stacy's sweetest. Yeah, it is fear that's preventing from commitment. It's also the belief in commitment. I also feel like they are not, they don't see a purpose of it. Will you be together by the end of the year? I just feel like they need to release their fear of the commitment altogether. It's almost like the commitment made them feel like their life was completely over, which is like bizarre. But again, the brainwash is real. So I feel like there will be communication, but there's certain things that need to be talked about on a level so that you both can understand each other, because I feel like there's a lot of misunderstanding there in regards to what the word commitment means. The word commitment, the definition to him is completely different than what the definition is to you. Okay, so there's this like level of fear when it comes to what that definition of that word means to him. So communication needs to happen so that this is something that can come to a close in regards to this misunderstanding. Okay. Let's see. Mona, yeah, abandonment issues are a huge part of the healing process, because a lot of people do, in fact, suffer from abandonment issues in all different areas of their life. And that would, in fact, be an inner child issue, fear of abandonment, which is then we grasp on and hold on to relationships that no longer serve us because we're fearful of losing them, and or we abandon first because we're used to being abandoned and we accept being abandoned based off of the fact that, well, I'm used to it. So this is what I deserve anyway, right? Will new love come into my life, or will the ex return? You will, I feel like you will meet people. I feel like you will have some encounters where you will both will show this like mutual interest. What you must understand is that the ex will come in or around during those times. This will be out of jealousy, and it will be out of the fact that, you know, your interest is elsewhere. You're welcome, Lorenzo. Just keep it. Listen, it does not click overnight. I wish it would. I wish it could. Okay. It's like you consciously putting the effort into the work itself shows a huge effort on your part, where eventually one day it will just click and you'll be like, I get it. Okay. So yeah, there's still some of that energy there, but it's just based off of the fact that it's not consciously understood as to why it's still lingering. Okay. Once it clicks, you just know it. Okay. I can't explain what it feels like because it's my feeling of when it happened, but it's like when it happens, it's like an epiphany. It's like, oh, I get it now. Okay. That will happen. Because of all the time and effort and conscious awareness that you're putting into your own self and getting through, you know, things that don't feel good. What are we used to doing as people? We ignore what doesn't feel good. If we only knew that if we focused on the feeling itself of not feeling good, would we better understand it? We would want to get rid of it and never allow it to return again. But we ignore pain, thinking that'll just go away. Only does it ever just keep coming back up over and over and over again, like a broke. We only understood that if we focused in on the pain, understood the pain, figured out where that pain originally came from, and asked ourselves, why the freak do we keep holding on to it? Could we then truly understand how we work when we are interacting with other people? Because we hand so much of our power away to other people in the way that we think they make us feel, when in fact we're the ones that are holding on to those feelings at all times, no exceptions. Okay. Misguided knowledge. How long will you be without a car? I feel like next year, beginning of next year, springtime. I feel like it's something you should not rush either. Take your time in making the decision, okay? That's important for you to know. Okay, guys, I'm 6 minutes over what I wanted to stay in here, but that's okay. All right. So this was the weekend energy reading. When I click out of this, if you didn't get to hear the reading, it will then upload, and then you can listen to it. If you need me, it's lovefromabove717.com. I am doing live readings like this. Okay. So I can see you, you see me, and that's over Google Chat. Okay. So if you do in fact want, either it's 30 minutes or 60 minutes and it's live. Okay. You can email me and we can set it up that way. Okay. Because, ordering that through the website, pardon, you would have to, contact me through email in order to set up the time to make sure that the appointment works for both of us. Okay, so that's not on the website. Email me directly for that. Everything else is in fact on the website. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at lovefromabove17. You can request me there. Okay, I love you guys as always. Thank you so much and enjoy your weekend. Love you. Bye.